Ragazzi, benvenuti in questo 12° episodio di Baldurs Gate 3. Sento che non manca molto alla fine. Ho fatto qualche compera, ho cambiato l'armatura, ora c'ho l'armatura dell'agilità. Oggi andremo con il gruppo dell'originale Baldurs Gate, quasi, Minsk e Zaheira insieme. Dobbiamo portarci dietro con noi Astarion perché dobbiamo fare la sua missione oggi.
Well, that's suspiciously welcoming.
La porta si è aperta da sola? Siamo in un posto pericoloso.
The master is pure. His palace must be pure. No stain, no smudge, no taint. Pure.
Behold, one of Cazador's cheapest tricks. An illusionary wall. Behind it is the a fetid little cell he throws into when displeased.
Looks like an ambush.
I know you're there, Golly. Stop skulking and show yourself.
You always were sharp, little one. Sharp enough to cut yourself.
It's taking everything I have not to grind your rotten carcass to dust.
Don't be mad at Cody, child. I only did my job. Only kept you in line.
You tortured us. For days at a time.
Oh, yes. And you sang so sweetly for me. None of the others screamed like you did. But you're home now, and you brought me a treat, eh? A new friend for Cody.
Posa una mano su di me e perderai la testa, mucchio d'ossa.
Oh no. No, no, no. Cody is not worried by your threats. Cody has seen so much worse than you.
Oh, things have changed, Goddy. We might surprise you.
I doubt it, little one. Come. Let's hear you scream one
Dai che ti
last
distruggiamo in un
time.
attimo, su. Easy proprio, ma levati dal di lì, dai.
There's an inscription on the wreath. I don't recognize the language, though. The door is covered in intricate text, but you can't see anywhere a key might fit. Only a small round hollow engraved with a family crest.
Cerca di decifrare le scritte sulla porta. Oh! Era l'unico che potevo fare per avere successo.
It's written in archaic Cazador, a rare version of an already obscure language.
There are inscriptions like this all over the palace. Cazador strictly forbade us from learning the language.
You can make out enough to recognize an incantation, but the specifics elude you.
Non capisco perché ci sia questo brutto effetto tipo di tessuto strano nello spallaccio sinistro, destro. Premi l'anello con il sigillo degli zar nella cavità della porta.
The ring slots perfectly into place, but nothing happens. However, you get a feeling from the door, as if it expects something else. A strange writing on the door glints in the candlelight. Perhaps it's significant.
Shall we?
I know this Koskuru. It's the same dusty old language on the Tsar's signet ring.
Premi l'anello con il sigillo di Cesar nella cavità e legge ad alta voce l'iscrizione sulla porta.
The ring slots perfectly into place, and the door swings open.
Ok.
Mate. You can't be here. No one in, no one out.
You're new. Cazador never kept guard dogs before.
The runaway spawn. You reek of the Master's scent. Come with us. Come to Master.
Excuse me. I will not be ordered around my own house by some blow-in mutt.
We bring you to him. We get his favor.
Ok, di qua che dobbiamo andare. Salva.
You stand on a clean metal platform. A beautiful but antiquated elevator. There are some scuffs to show its age, signs of things dragged onto it over the years. But it seems to be in good working order.
What in the hells? I never knew this was here. This was always Cazador's private quarters. Only he ever came in here. Well, him and the unfortunate souls we brought to feed him.
Scendi nelle profondità del palazzo.
Approaching the cells, you're met with hollow-eyed faces. There's an almost physical stink of decay and neglect.
Dei, questa povera gente.
They're disgusting. Cazador never fed on wretches like this. How did they get here? What is Cazador doing with them? I should have guessed there was more to it than Raphael would ever have told.
You. I know you. You're the one from the tavern. You smiled and joked and got me drunk.
No. You're dead.
You called me so many sweet things. My name sounded like a lyric on your tongue.
Sebastian.
You remember me.
You were handsome. Shy. You'd never been kissed.
You taught me how. And then you destroyed me.
It can't be.
Chi è quest'uomo?
It's not just him. I know so many of these faces. They're my conquests. I pursued them, seduced them, then brought them to Cazador. He told us he was feeding on them, but he turned them to spawn. He turned every last one, so we'd have souls for this cursed ritual.
How long?
What?
How long have I been down here?
Lascia rispondere a Starion.
170 years. You were one of my first.
My family.
170 anni.
My friends.
Lui non si nutre da 170 anni.
They're gone. You took them from me. You took everything from me.
La libertà è vicina. Niente.
Free. I'll never be free. I can't even die. This nightmare never ends, and it's your fault. You did this, damn you! I damn you to the hells! I damn you to misery! I damn you!
Gods above. He kept Sebastian. I should have known what Cazador was capable of. Ah, he's played us for such fools. Not just 7 spawn to placate the devil. 7 spawn and 7,000 souls bound to them in blood. Everyone Whoever trusted me enough to let down their guard, innocents, idiots, and the unlucky. It doesn't matter. I will need to sacrifice them all if I want to perform the ritual.
Puoi ancora salvarli.
What's the point? They're as good as dead. I thought they were dead. If they are unleashed, they will cause incredible carnage. They will be ravenous. They must die. Better they serve a purpose.
Nell'istante in cui moriranno, ti odieranno tanto quanto odiano lui. Non te lo dimenticherai mai.
I know they will. I know I won't.
Who stands before us? Is this truly our prodigal son? Do not slouch before me, boy. Have you no respect for yourself? Look at you, crawling back after abandoning your family. You should be begging our forgiveness.
Che faccia fastidiosa. Lui non ti deve nulla.
Have you fallen so far that this speaks for you?
I don't need anyone to speak for me.
No, you always had a gift for words. I fondly remember your empty boasting, your tired jokes, your endless prattle.
No! Shut up!
Siamo qui per fermare il rituale.
The cattle know about things of which they know nothing. This ritual is centuries in the making. Nothing shall stop it now.
That's what you think, you son of a bitch.
You truly forgot my power. You truly thought our bond as creator and creation was all that stopped you from killing me? Oh, you are weak, my child. You are a small, pathetic little boy who never amounted to anything. But today, you will finally do something worthwhile. You will burn, and I will ascend.
No, quindi non combatte con noi, cavolo.
No! Stop him! Get me out of this!
Witness the birth of the Vampire Ascendant! Ecce Dominus! Fight on, Izuma!
Puttana, sarà durissima. Oh. Godo tantissimo. È bastata una freccia per ucciderlo, proprio. Ma buzzati di sozzo.
No healing sleep for you. Wake up!
Get your hands off me, worm!
I'm not the one in the dirt. One last thrust, and I'll be free of you. I'll never have to fear you again. But if I finish the ritual you started, I'll never have to fear anyone. Ever.
You think me a fool? That I would allow anyone to usurp me, speak the words, and ascend in my place? The runes I carved into your flesh bind you and all 7,000 souls to the ritual. Complete it, and those bearing the scars will be sacrificed, you included. You are simply a means to an end. I made you to be consumed.
I am so much more than what you made me. Get over here. We can do this.
Non puoi portare a termine il rituale, ucciderai tutte queste persone.
If we release them, how many people will they kill? Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. But if I complete the ritual, think of the power I'll have. With me by your side, we can save the city. We can save ourselves.
Voglio che tu viva una vita di cui essere orgoglioso. E tu non puoi essere orgoglioso di questo. Ok.
You're right. I can be better than them. But I'm not above enjoying this.
Bellissimo, tutta la rabbia repressa. In 200 anni.
Is it over? Is he...
Yes. He's gone.
What does that mean for us?
Dipende. Siete in grado di tenere le vostre zanne al loro posto?
What business is it of yours?
It will become everyone's business if you try to feast on half the city. This is just a friendly war. Your choices are simple, really. You can hide here, living in the shadows like parasites. Or you could be more than what he made us to be. You can choose differently, of course. But the consequences are on your head.
And what does it mean for them?
Now that is a question.
Cazador's staff controlled everything during the ritual. If it controls the cells too, you could decide their fate.
Abbiamo visto che possono essere davvero molto pericolosi, ma non hanno voluto quello che sono diventati. E meritano la possibilità di essere diversi. È rischioso condannare quelle persone a prescindere, per quanto sia la scelta razionalmente più giusta. Meritano la possibilità di vivere ed essere diversi. Liberiamoli. Meritano le stesse possibilità che hai avuto tu.
You're right. The poor wretches in the cells are innocent. They shouldn't have to suffer just because I lured them here. They'll need someone to lead them. Take the tunnels into the Underdark. Find somewhere, well, not safe. but less perilous.
What? No, we can't.
Just try to keep them out of trouble. I think we're done here. Let's go.
Chi sono?
You killed one vampire, but released 7,000 of his spawn. Have you lost all sense?
They were innocents. To kill them would have been an even greater crime.
And our children? What of their fate?
Cazador turned everyone we brought him into spawn. I can only assume your children were somewhere in those wretched cells.
You'll find them in the Underdark, although you may not like what you find. This is difficult news. We will need to decide what it means. Thank you for what you have done. Slaying Cazador was a great justice. As for the rest, well, time will tell.
Vai, fai un bel riposo lungo.
Jaheira! Boo is trying his best to explain, but I still do not understand your anger.
Do not hide behind your hamster, Ranger. You do not understand because you do not listen. We were the first to discover the cult. And if you had only waited, we might have marshaled our numbers and...
Good does not wait for evil to button up its breeches. When it offers buttocks for the smacking, Minsk and Boo greet cheek with hand.
Resta in silenzio.
This mess falls on our heads, Minsk. The city under siege, its people poisoned by the cult. It all might have been avoided if you had just put your feelings aside and listened.
Oppure la pista si sarebbe interrotta lì. Non ti avrebbe portato a Catterick, al prisma astrale e a me.
I have seen too much to believe destiny has taken our side. Blind luck, perhaps. The point remains. You meant well, Minsk. But you exposed the city to harm. You helped the cult spread. And worse, perhaps than any of this, you forced me to leave you behind.
But this is where Minsk falls short of the understanding, Jaheira. What else is a berserker for, if not to charge into danger ahead of his Waclaren?
The Wicklaren, wise women of Rashomon, each bonded to a berserker bodyguard for life. There is no higher title nor deeper bond in all of Rashomon custom.
Wiclaren? Minsk, I am not your witch. You are not my bodyguard. This is not some high lodge of your homeland.
Boo agrees you're a queer kind of witch. But this city is a queer place. And Minsk, you may have noticed, is sometimes strange himself. The titles matter not. Only this. When Minsk does as Minsk does, and charges in to make a mess, Jaheira does as Jaheira does, and finds a way to save us all anyway.
Oh, è una cosa quasi dolce.
Oh, I fight alongside fools.
You hear that, Boo? We fight alongside a Waclaren again.
I am your friend, Ranger. I am not your witch. There will be no ointments or healing balms.
Not even for Boo?
That's strange. Knowing I'll never hear Cazador's voice again. Knowing it'll never command me to bow against my will. I'm free from him. Forever.
Pensi che abbiamo fatto bene a liberare tutte quelle progenie vampiriche?
I have to hope so. And if not, at least there's only so much damage they can do in the Underdark. But that first rush of freedom can be intoxicating. I didn't always make the best decisions when I first tasted it. They'll need guidance.
Ti stai offrendo volontario per farlo?
No. Much as I'd like to become a lord ruling over the Underdark's vampire spawn, we have unfinished business with the Mind Flayers. After that, who knows? Everything that happened to those spawn is my fault. In a way. I suppose that's the less convenient side of freedom. Having to live with the choices you made. Back at the ritual, all I could see was the power on offer and the safety it promised. I was so blinded by it. Just as Cazador was. But you saw something in me. Someone else I could be. Someone who could break the cycle of power and terror that started centuries ago. You saved me back there. I may not have appreciated it at the time, but I do now. Thank you.
Wow, un cambiamento di personaggio assurdo. Ti sei salvato da solo. Io ti ho solo dato una spintarella.
You did more than that. You believed in me. Believed I was enough. Just the way I am. When I look at my future, anything and everything feels possible now. You saved me from myself. And let me walk a new path where I can be free. Truly, honestly free. This is a gift, you know. Thank you. I won't forget it.
Molto profondo, bello. In questi momenti è davvero un capolavoro questo gioco.
He'd hate to hear me say this, but I'm so fucking proud of Astarion. He could have had it all, but he kept his soul instead. Wasn't sure he had it in him, but he's changed so much. Overcome so much darkness. Oh, I could smooch that pointy little face.
Ally mine, we are reunited once more. I was just reviewing our fight against foul Leroican, your moves and mine. The victory was soundly won, don't you think?
Abbiamo combattuto bene, anche se ero un po' preoccupata per te, a dire il vero.
Set your mind at ease, my friend. Dame Ailin is more well now than she has been this past century. Enjoy the spoils of your victory. Spin memories of our prowess in your mind like silk floss. Now, I must inform you of my news. There is a Selûnite enclave, not far from fair Baldurs Gate. The Absolute's armies have left them in sore need of aid. Aid I will provide, in the Moon Maiden's name. But fear not, when the time comes for you to face the foe of foes, Dame Ailin will stand at your side. Go well, friend. The city will be saved. We will be certain of it.
Quindi se ne va momentaneamente. Capisco, ci sta. In effetti non... prima della fine non ci servirà molto.
Astarion resisted the allure of Cazador's would-be powers, and I am glad of it. Whatever he would have gained would have come at a great price.
Sei ancora contento di stare al mio fianco? Non sei costretto a combattere questa battaglia, e questo non esserti il tuo ambiente naturale.
The city, you mean? With all its noise, smoke, stone and bustle? I would not be here given the choice, but I promised you my support, and that is what you shall have. Still, though, this place crawls with life, but little of it flourishes. I see refugees unhoused, the destitute unwanted, orphans unloved. The city is like a forest with an overgrown canopy. Light and nourishment cannot penetrate to those who need it the most, and still it draws them in. The safety of numbers, the promise of civilization, the dream of better. All that potential is too often destined to die in the dark and rot in the gutter. I wish I wish there was a better way. I wish everyone could see the sun, have a full belly, and know nature as a friend. There is a balance that is yet to be found. Listen to me, preaching like an initiate in his cups.
È un bel sogno. Forse tu puoi dare una mano a trovare l'equilibrio.
Yes, I hope so. But we have a battle to win before any of that.
How many times do I need to say it? You sent word about a lead, said that I should come see you about it.
Of course, madam. Let me just... Forgive me, why are you here?
Is this some kind of sick joke? Do you have any idea what I've been through these past few days?
Sei Laura, vero? La madre della bambina scomparsa.
Yes. Her name is Vanra. This stupid, useless fist said she had a lead, but she must have been sucking dream mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said... she was... taken from a tavern?
You catch the barest tendrils of magic coiled around the flaming fist.
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Credo ci sia una megera in città. Potrebbe avere qualcosa a che fare con lei.
A hag in Baldurs Gate? Preposterous.
Don't scare me more than I already am. What would a hag want with my Vanra? She's just lost. That's all. God, I'm so afraid. And so tired. I've been looking night and day, everywhere I could. I've no family, and Vanra's father isn't around. The flaming fists were my last resort.
Lascia perdere i pugni fiammanti, dimmi tutto quello che sai.
Her name is Vanra. She's 7 years old, and has red hair, like me. We were in the Blushing Mermaid when she was taken. Just up by the docks.
C'era qualcun altro con te?
No, unless you count a couple of old drinking mates at the next table. But they'd be no help. They barely remember their own names. I was sober though, I swear. I stop in the maid for a drink sometimes. But it was only a quick one.
Andrò subito alla sirena timida.
Thank you. I'll head home. Can't stand being around these idiots any longer. Come find me the moment you hear anything.
Jahira.
Not have a word.
Can't a captain be bloody hungover in peace? Oh. Why, hello there. Captain Grizzly at your service. What can I do for a long drink of water like yourself?
Sono qui per una bambina scomparsa, Vanra.
Oh, not this claptrap again. Listen.
Non frega niente a
Laura was
nessuno.
here, all right? Knocking back pints like there's no tomorrow. But she was alone. I saw head nor ass of this so-called kid. And when we tried to kick her out, she pulled a knife on my front man. Bet she didn't tell you that bit, huh?
No, non me l'ha detto.
That's because she's taking you for a ride. And not the fun kind. Look, I know Laura from my pirating days. She ran with Bart Blackdagger's crew. Heard they tossed her overboard when she gutted the bosun over a game of cards. Now, I'd no beef with her before this. All are welcome in the maid. But threatening my staff, claiming we took her kid, she's bonkers. Dangerous. Next time she pulls a knife on me and mine, someone might die. Something has to be done.
È scomparsa una bambina, voglio solo arrivare in fondo a questa faccenda.
Gods! Do I have to spell it out for you? There is no child. Laura is mad as a box of frogs. She's dangerous. And I couldn't call myself a captain if I stood by and did nothing. I hate that it's come to this. But I'll pay a hoard of gold to whoever scuppers her. permanently.
No, assolutamente no. Mi rifiuto di fare il lavoro sporco per te.
Oh, you're no fun. I wanted you to stain your soul with the blood of an innocent mother.
Oh, well. Guess I'll just
Ecco, è lei
decorate the
la...
room with your insides. They'll match my new carpet
Lei è la megera.
beautifully.
Ma è sempre lei?
Hello.
È sempre
Petal.
lei!
Miss me?
Io ti ho uccisa!
Did you think you were the first? That I didn't plan for it, Petal? Marina ran off with the child I was promised. Because of you. So I had to find myself a new one. And little Vanra was so very tasty.
Hai divorato Varra? Sei un mostro!
Oh, Petal. She'll thank me for it. Vanra sits in my belly, growing fat with power. In time, I'll vomit her up and have myself a fresh young hag to train. Unfortunately, that leaves me in a pickle. For while I'd love to rip your guts out, I shouldn't. Exertion is bad for the baby, you know. So, walk away. Walk away and let me a fine hag make.
Perché dovrei farlo? No, lascia andare immediatamente la bambina. Perché dovrei farlo, cioè?
You'll kill me, touch me, and the girl dies. And I'll simply return, stronger than ever. A woman in my condition should be relaxing in the bath, not dealing with this nonsense. I'll leave you to my crew, matey. And should you somehow survive, stay away, or Vanra will suffer.
Se n'è andata. Io l'avrei uccisa comunque. In realtà no, cioè... Vabbè, l'andremo a trovare. Dov'è? Ah, ovviamente, un'altra parete illusoria.
Oh, the big tough hero finally showed up. I told you, Petal, you can't hurt me without killing little Vanra. I have you beat, so do the heroic thing.
Bam, così, diretto. Sia bene, ma l'anatema delle megere non ce l'abbiamo. Ah. Oh, c'ho l'anatema delle megere, perfetto.
If I wanted my growth seen to, Petal, it wouldn't be you I'd call. Those fungi are worth 1,000 of you, you pissman. No, not my mushroom. Bloody clever club.
The apple girl is unconscious, her stomach bulging from the child she ate.
Asportale via Vanra. Sei Vanra, vero? Mi manda la mamma. Niente. E lei è morta. Bene, Mairina.
She's dead, isn't she? Ethel is dead.
Sì, finalmente.
Yes! Fuck you, Ethel, you miserable old bat! Fuck you for telling me I'd be an awful mom. That I was nothing but a pregnant half-wit. Oh, and the girl? You saved her too, right?
Sì, traumatizzata ma ancora viva.
Oh, thank the gods.
Oh, they say revenge doesn't fix anything, but damn does it feel amazing. Thank you.
Piacevole quasi quanto averla uccisa.
Oh, I wish I could have done it myself. But you were the next best thing. Here. Call this a small thank you. I look forward to finally being able to sleep with both eyes shut.
Oh, cos'è?
It's here. You brought her back. You brought back my sweet, sweet girl.
Tienila d'occhio d'ora in poi.
I doubt I'll ever sleep again. For fear she'll be swiped from under my nose. Here. A token from the pirate life I left behind. Thank you for being braver than half this city put together.
Cos'è? Spada corta, ti prego. Stocco. Vabbè, lo darò a Will.
You love bacon.
Hells, I don't suppose you've got any experience getting oil out of sealed wood?
Olio? Questo non è sangue nero.
Of course not. You've been talking to that lot from the Water Queen's house, haven't you? Now, did you want something, or do you just have an interest in fishing vessels?
Sto indagando sulla morte di una servitrice delle onde. Voi ne sapete qualcosa?
Oh, sure. In fact, we fished her out of the water. Me and Flea here were out on the water casting our nets, expecting to find the usual crop of halibut. Then, all of a sudden, my net starts dragging, and there's a bloody wave serving all twisted up in it. We took her back to the docks to try and help her, but she was already dead.
Cos'è successo al suo corpo?
The other wave servants came to get it. Her. Sorry. They took her back to the temple. You can hear the bloody caterwauling from here.
Avete visto qualcos'altro di insolito?
We both saw some sort of wake moving towards the docks when we picked her up. But there weren't any other boats around. Maybe it was something big moving underwater. I don't know. It was weird, whatever it was. Kinda looked like it might have been heading towards that building across the channel, actually.
Ok. Qua c'ero già stato, anche se non l'ho fatto vedere nei precedenti video. C'erano degli uomini pesci, li ho ammazzati. Qua c'era una botola, Ah, non sono nemici.
Oi, what's this? You ain't supposed to be down here, mate.
You spot a curious metal contraption in the water. A submersible.
Quel sommergibile, perché si trova qui? Che cos'è questo posto?
The only port in this whole bleeding city that matters. Now, why are you here? Did Gortash send you?
Hai ucciso una di quelle servitrici di Amberley. Ora ti vogliono morto.
Oh, yeah? And are you here to make good on that?
Voglio solo sapere cosa sta succedendo in questo porto.
Nothing without Lord Gortash's go-ahead. I transport whoever he needs taken to the Iron Throne. It's an underwater prison, most secure in the realms. Lord Gortash keeps some Gondians there. Collateral to keep those working in the Steelwatch Foundry under control.
Un'assicurazione per tenere sotto controllo gli gnomi che lavorano alla fondiera delle sentinelle d'acciaio. Tu mi porterai al trono di ferro e io farò uscire i prigionieri.
I'll take you in, but look, there's some bad shit going down in there. You don't want to get involved. Neither did I, but it was them or me. I'll get Cat warmed up. Get in when you're ready.
Ma spero non sia la main quest questo, Voglio liberare Lae'zel, voglio fare anche altre missioni secondarie prima.
Aren't you the intrepid little adventurer? Digging and diving where you don't belong.
Piantala con queste stronzate, Gortash. Io vado dove mi pare, voglio sapere cosa sta succedendo qua sotto.
Are you now? Set foot within the Iron Throne and you will die, as will all of the hostages inside.
How many people are trapped within? How many lives will be lost?
Non c'è nessun'altra scelta, solo così? Forse c'è un'alternativa, non possiamo andare così tutto dritti verso la meta senza guardare se ci sono altre strade secondarie. Torniamo indietro e cerchiamo magari un altro accesso.
Wise. I'll see you soon.
Sì, ma che brutto, ma non capisco.
What has you sneaking around? Oh.
Minsk does not sneak, Queen Cutpurse. He follows a direct line from boot to butt.
Turning the Zentarim on me with my own coin. A dramatic entrance to land the killing blow yourself. I'll give you this, Stone Lord. You've got style.
Minsk has no such style. We are here to cleanse the Zentish taint, not to rub it all the deeper.
You expect me to believe that you're here to help me?
Sì, contro gli Zentarim almeno.
Helping first and harming after. Justice dines on a set menu, Nine Fingers. And who will be having seconds?
Don't let the hamster nibble on anything valuable. We might just get along, Stone Lord. Come then. There are visitors in my guild hall. I'd be a poor host to keep them waiting. What's all this now, then?
Boom, vai.
Zenta down. Just you and me now, Stone Lord. So if you mean to take my chair, you'll get no better chance than this.
Minsk has no interest in your furniture, Nine Fingers. Only in the wicked rump that fills it.
What?
You have been a stone in this city's boot for too long. And it will be no Stone Lord who reaches twixt Baldur and sticky toes to dislodge you. It will be Minsk!
I haven't got the slightest idea what he's trying to say. Proof that he is back to normal, no?
Spiegale tutto. Il girino, l'assoluta e il periodo di Minsk come signore di pietra.
A bizarre tale. But it fits this idiot, somehow. But if he's back to himself... Good. I'd rather you die as Minsk, the mad Rashimar. It's silly, but... Do you know? You were something of a hero of mine when I was young.
Even now, your tongue twists the truth. When you were young and ten-fingered still, Minsk and Boo were stone, instatuated on a city square.
Aye. I remember the spot. By a garden on the Wide. A soft thicket near the market, with ample pockets to pick. Celestia itself to a street rat looking for shelter. You might not have been wrestling monsters, but you kept the wind and the rain off. Heroic enough for me.
Bah! You tried to dampen Boo's eyes. Do not think you will be spared his teeth. Evil is evil, even if it was once innocent.
Oh, I'm no innocent. But evil? Will you tell me? With the Fist, the Watch, and the Council itself all licking the Absolute's boots, who's the only one left standing to protect Baldurs Gate?
She's right, Minsk. She's been an ally down through the years. A friend, even.
A friend? Jahira, Boo cannot believe his ears. Has the city fallen so far in our absence? Are there no heroes left?
Heroes come and go. But the Guild has always been here, protecting the city. Until the Stone Lord came to break us.
Ha ragione. La Gilda combatterà per la città. Dobbiamo solo lasciarglielo fare. Vai. Ok, bene.
I am shamed. Nadeshka. Unworthy to fight alongside my friends. Ooh, what am I to do?
I can't speak for your rodent, but I know something of debts. If you reckon you've got one to repay, well, we could always work together.
With you? Pff, Minsk has no lust for gold. That he would shake grandmothers by their ankles, or set Boo nibbling at their purse strings.
I'm not talking about that. We've both got bigger enemies than one another. The city's enemies. And, Tyr's honest truth, you gave my guild the wake-up call it needed. We've grown complacent, lazy, too sure of our standing. We never would have needed the Zent if we'd had a fighting force of our own. Swords for the city when the Watch and the Fist fail us.
Like a berserker lodge of my homeland. No army or militia serving the local lords, but heroes working for the common good.
Heroes? Sure.
Very well. Minsk and Boo accept.
I'm sorry, you what?
Boo and I will be your berserker lodge, taking the ugly ways of your guild and beating them into a more virtuous shape.
That's not even slightly what I was saying. I wasn't asking.
You are right. I have proven myself unworthy. I cannot serve this city if I was so easily turned against it. If I do not know my own mind, perhaps I no longer know what is good.
Non devi dimostrare nulla. Il tuo posto non è nella gilda.
You have planted a burr in my brain, Guildmaster. Once I have dislodged the worm and redeemed myself in my hamster's eyes, we will return to this matter.
My door is always open, Stone Lord.
My friend, now we have settled the matter of the guild. I fear there is something I must tell you.
Che cosa?
You and Boo both. It may shock you both to know, but Minsk and this Stone Lord, they are one man. The same one man. And that same one man is Minsk.
Sapevamo già. Non puoi fartene una colpa, il culto ti stava manipolando.
Minsk does not blame Minsk. Minsk blames the Stone Lord. But if the Stone Lord is Minsk, then, well, Minsk grows dizzy. I wish to believe the Stone Lord's evil was the worm alone, tainting my thoughts with foul dung. But I see now, the dung was within Minsk all along. So I wonder, if Minsk can be a villain, and Nine Fingers a hero, must it be so with all creatures? Is there good and evil within us all? Boo calls this nonsense. Less thinking of bad thoughts, says he, and more breaking of bad bones. But still, I would hear what you have to say on the matter, my friend.
Tutti hanno la possibilità di fare del bene. Solo che per alcuni è sepolta in profondità e altri l'hanno persa per strada.
It is strange. A worm sits within my skull, twisting my thoughts. But it is you that have made Minsk see the world anew. You, my friend, are the true parasite.
Bel complimento.
There is good and evil in all. Let us go crack villainous skulls, so that the virtue might leak free. Yes, Boo. I am becoming something of a philosophizer.
Credo che Minsk sia fuggito nelle fogne, ma è qui di fianco a me. Come credo che Minsk sia fuggito nelle fogne?
I'm a dead. Why, you? You have been the subject of many wrinkled brows between my hamster and I, Sir Bankerbeard. On the one hand, you are clearly evil and deserving of a mouthful of righteous knuckle. But On the other hand, the one in which Boo sits and pleads your case. At the time of our last meeting, Minsk was the evil one. So, we are not agreed on whether we will return here and feed you to a mimic yet.
I see. Well, by all means, keep me up to date.
Ecco il denaro che era stato preso.
And not even a whisker light. God, you're a boring bastard. Me too, I suppose, because I'm not even tempted to scam you. Take this vault key. You'll find something by way of thanks inside.
Ah, una parte è rimasta con noi. Dobbiamo entrare qui dentro. Bene. Bene, andiamo di qua prima che qualcuno ci veda. Oh! Il pulsante dietro al quadro. Bene.
The locked door has red text on it reading: all are awaited, all are embraced. None shall escape.
Recita la parola d'ordine Sicarius. Ok.
Present me well from gifts thine own, or I shall rend thy flesh from bone.
Non mi interessa quello che cerchi, fatti da parte.
To passions brash, thou art a slave. This sinful ground shall be thy grave.
Ma secondo me nessuna era giusta. Tribunale, che cosa succederà ora?
You gaze upon murder's progeny, child.
His most ill-trusted zealots.
His faithful departed.
Prodigal servants. Each returns to do his bidding eternally.
This man is known to all Baldurians, and his presence sparks dread in the pit of your stomach.
Ma chi è?
Before you is Sarevok Archer.
Sarevok, infatti la colore mi era familiare.
Baldurs Gate to ruin a century ago.
È sempre lui.
Davella was right. Not just an imitator, but Sarevok himself.
This is the court of the dread Lord's Tribunal.
Fatto bene a portare Jaira e Minsk.
I am its custodian. Here come those who seek to transcend. Aspirants of his most profane order. The would-be unholy assassins of Bhaal. But these are not aspirants. You have brought traitors of Bhaal into our midst. Harper won.
Bello.
The abdicating hero. Your keen sense for this city has withered in your absence. And you, man of stone, as you stood a statue, a helpless ornament. Your city warped, changed, became ripe for the plucking.
Sarevok, Baal's least favorite son. Still tied to Daddy's apron strings, I see.
The history they share may be long gone, but the threat of violence between them is as fresh as newly spilled blood. Neither party will let the other walk out of here alive.
What purpose do you have in bringing these heretics to the court of Bhaal? Speak, or death will be your final word.
Aspetta, come fate a conoscervi?
Simple. We beat him about the brow and butt until he was dead.
Sarevok once fancied himself Baal's chosen, until we put him in his place. Feel no shame for forgetting him. History shall do the same.
These two have long meddled in my affairs, and my father's.
Non siamo qui per rivangare vecchie faide. Sto cercando la strada per il Tempio di Bhaal.
Do not parley with this madman.
Sarevok once had his chance to taste of goodness, but he spat it back out. Now he may taste boot leather instead.
You speak of the past. I speak of the future. Well, aspirant, do the shades of yesterday speak for you too? There are two paths to the Temple of Bhaal. To carve your devotion into flesh, or to be the carcass that is carved upon.
Troveremo una terza strada. Volete uccidere voi due questo vecchio o ci penso io?
You get to my age, you have already done everything. Be my guest.
We have already smashed Sarevok's soul from his body once. Who says it is your turn?
And so, the Harper and the idiot Ranger raised their weapons against Sarevok once more. Your hubris will be your undoing, as it was once mine. Only this time, you will fall, and Bhaal will have his offering by my hand.
Sarevok. Oddio, Zaira e Minsk di nuovo contro Sarevok. Dopo 20 anni. Però bisogna che mi aiutate,
Time to press ahead.
Pure. Oddio. Oh! Bene. Di nuovo.
We do what we must.
Non si è preso, non se l'è... Se l'è presa. Impaurito, tanta roba. Impaurito, grande. Guarda, guarda che scappa. Grande, sei finito. Abbiamo ucciso Sarevok.
Yes?
Hai dei trascorsi con Sarevok?
Nothing so grand. He was just another broken little ball spawn who tried to clamber to glory over the corpses of others. There was a time when he might have made more of himself. He was certainly given the chance after we threw him down, but he slunk back into his father's shadow instead. There is nothing more to say of him.
Ho sconfitto Sarevok, incredibile. Una bestia, il nemico finale di Baldurs Gate 1 ho sconfitto. Valeria? Prova a scassinare. Grande, preciso.
Thanks for freeing me so quickly. No idea what those Bhaalist Burks had planned with me, but those chains were starting to
Sarevok.
chafe. Though I do wish you'd figured this all out before I, put the blame for Father Lorgan's murder on that poor refugee. Well, at least it's over now.
Come si è finita qui?
After our chat at Charessa's Caress, I thought it best to polish off the bottle I'd started. I started coming over all woozy. My joints stiffened up quicker than a brothel browser's loins. Paralyzed. My vision went black. When I woke up, I was in chains. Overall, a terrible ordeal. One deserving of a drink. I bid you good day, but it's been royally shite all round.
Credo sia meglio che tu te ne vada da qui.
I most wholeheartedly agree. But you gave these reprobates a proper seeing to. You clearly have what I don't. Courage, insight, heroism. The city needs you. I overheard these pigs talking. There's a Bhaal temple deep within the old Undercity that the cult is using. A century ago, it was destroyed by a group of heroic sorts. Let's hope history repeats itself, eh?
Mind who you call history, holy fan.
Era sempre loro.
Correct. Who remembers the stench of the temple still?
Very good.
Il Tempio di Ferro. No, il trono di ferro. ora.
Find that temple.
Already feeling better.
I never quite realized how burdened I was until I met you. The threat of the Shadow Curse, the politics of the Grove. I was forgetting who I was. But you lifted the fog. Thank you.
Non è stato nulla.
No. It was everything. It allowed me to see you. Truly see you. I have lived a very long time. I have taken many lovers. My heart does not stir lightly. But it does now.
Cosa vuoi dire esattamente?
I want more than to fight at your side, or sit around the campfire with you. I want to lay with you under the stars and feel your skin against mine. I think you feel the same way. You saw to my needs here in camp with the care of a lover, not a host. But tell me I'm wrong, and the matter can rest. I do not wish to sour our friendship, but I have to know if it can be something more.
Mentirei se ti dicessi che non mi interessa, ma ho già una relazione.
You have bonded with Will, body and soul. His scent lingers on your skin. If there is to be anything between us, it must be with his consent. And perhaps someday,
con la sua
his participation.
Assurdo. Vuoi solo condividerlo? Cosa intendi?
Some treat their relationships like a walled garden. Tidy, tamed, cut off from the world. That is their right, but it is not for me. I do as nature does, and let my heart run wild. Desire flourishes wherever it finds purchase.
Non credi nella monogamia?
It has its place, but it is not for me. The wolf mates for life, but the bear roams free and partners as its instinct dictates. I need to stay true to my nature, and you to yours. Perhaps you are like me, or perhaps not.
Come persona le piace molto, ma il fatto che non creda nella monogamia, il fatto che abbia proposto di condividerla con un altro, come se fosse una cosa normale, prendendola molto alla leggera, le piace, ma questa mentalità di relazione no. E poi comunque sta già con Will, quindi mi dispiace, ho già una relazione e non voglio metterla a rischio.
I understand. And I still cherish our relationship. Still, I could not have forgiven myself had I not taken the plunge. Better to have tried and failed.
The vessel returns, most shamefully unleaking. Prove your faith.
Ho un amuleto di Bhaal. Fammi passare, porta.
You hold proof of faith, but to hold and deserve are different. How have you proven yourself in the Dreadlord's eyes?
Ho massacrato ogni persona al tribunale dell'omicidio.
Unorthodox. But a show of faith nonetheless. Walk in blood.
The cub speaks.
Cucciola?
Not so much a term of age or affection as simple old habit. You object?
Mi hanno chiamato in modi peggiori.
And will be again. But now I shall mutter them under my breath. Out of respect.
Il trono di Bhaal. Il Tempio di Bhaal, volevo dire.
At his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny.
So saith the wise Londo.
Comunque, davvero, quanti morti? Cos'è? Oddio, Tribbles. Ecco la sua testa.
Wait, I know this head.
Stone seals this chamber against the world.
This is a foul place. Better buried. Already Boo is bristling, and not from the cold.
I confess that the last time I came here, I thought it would be my tomb. You can see why.
The Bhaal amulet trembles in frightened awe.
Esamina la porta. Grande. Dai. Grande che culo, sì.
Murder. Bloody murder. Who else but Bhaal would these symbols honor?
Premi l'amuleto contro la porta.
Will you return once you cross this threshold?
All darkness and anger, gripping the skull and hammer. Gore on the wall, pulp on the hands. Head all gone. Yes, I killed him. I killed them all.
Cazzo, Lae'zel.
Hush. I hear footsteps trip-trapping on the murder lord's stones. It lied to me. It lets the tyrant live and comes crawling into Bhaal's sanctum instead. I know what you did. Spilled my grandfather's crimson. He was mine. He showed me how to slice and slit. He guides my dagger still. Oh, did it think it could protect? Did it think it could save? Only the blades can offer salvation.
Falle del male, e il dolore che infliggerò a te sarà 100 volte tanto. Grande, con l'ispirazione ce l'ho fatta.
Yes, give me agony. Pluck me bone from socket. Stroke me with a jagged edge until my skin shreds wet and red. A sharp lamb to be sacrificed. but your cruelty makes the crimson sweeter. Your murder should have been exquisite. A crypt-born effigy to greet Bhaal's bleeding dawn. And now it will be nothing. Come to me, Father. Set my flesh to your unholy purpose.
È lui. Uccidendo tutti quelli col santuario, che erano praticamente intoccabili, ho fermato il potere che gli dava il trono di Bhaal e ora non è più inarrestabile, ora si può ammazzare tranquillamente. Addio. Dai.
A metallic tang fills the air as the Slayer's form is drained. Blood to blood, you have robbed another god of his chosen.
Esamina il sangue con disgusto, ci vorrà un secolo per pulirlo.
A glint of light on something in the blood catches your eye.
Another stone.
Only one chosen remains. And that's still one too many.
Find Gortash and take his nether stone.
Time to press ahead.
Tanta roba.
My head. To think I was taken captive by that disgusting creature. An error I'm glad you swiftly rectified. To camp. I will not let my guard slip again. I swear by Mother Gith's scion.
Ce l'abbiamo fatta. Una volta che abbiamo capito quello che bisognava fare, non è stata dura. Anche perché il carnefice per fortuna faceva solo un attacco alla volta. E quindi era molto molto gestibile.
I would be lying if I told you I was certain we would walk out of that temple alive. We faced Bhaal there once before. And I was not ready to count on luck a second time. But luck had no part in it. Just you.
Well, You and a certain miniature giant space hamster. But mostly you, true.
And now it is Gortash's turn. We'll need his stone to finish this. However you plan to acquire it. So let us go pay Lord Liar a visit.
Another ball spawn buried by our hand. Ball should learn better than to send his offspring against us. They might as well be babes, dropped bare bottom into the Rashomon winter.
That's Orin dealt with. Good riddance. Now that we have her netherstone, we're one big step closer to finishing this. Once and for all.
It is not in a Githyanki's nature to say thank you. Our language doesn't even have a phrase for it. Kraith Khan Jan is the closest equivalent I know. May your enemies know agony. But after releasing me from Orin's grip, there is only one proper response. Thank you. Sincerely.
Non c'è di che.
Well, good then. Let's carry on.
Comunque, se pensate a com'era ciascun personaggio all'inizio dell'avventura, realizzate che rispetto ad ora erano molto diversi. Cioè, c'è stata un'evoluzione veramente grande di tutti i personaggi. Chi più chi meno, ma in generale tutti hanno avuto una grande evoluzione. Soprattutto Astarion, Lae'zel, Cuore Scuro. È bello anche pensare che potrebbe essere una conseguenza delle nostre azioni, delle nostre scelte. Cioè, forse aver fatto delle scelte diverse ci avrebbe portato a non avere la stessa evoluzione che abbiamo avuto adesso dei personaggi. E è bello, cioè sarebbe proprio quello che un gioco di ruolo di questo tipo dovrebbe avere come obiettivo. Quindi potrebbe starci riuscendo alla grande. Potrebbe, non ne sono certo perché non ho provato le altre scelte, ma secondo me è una conseguenza delle nostre scelte. Ragazzi, spero che questo video vi sia piaciuto. Ci fermiamo qui. È un po' più breve degli altri, ma è meglio così. Ci manca veramente poco. Dobbiamo liberare Orpheus e poi c'è Gortash e basta. Credo di sì. Ci vediamo al prossimo video. Ciao.